Because it was an attack across to another country, right? We had a base in another country.
Yeah. Yes, that happened yesterday. Iran did attack our bases over border into Iraq. Now, here's the thing about those military bases that were attacked. One of them in particular, I don't have the name of it on my screen at this moment, though, but it's so used from constant bombardment from any number of enemy. I don't want to, unjustifiably say it's just another day in life at that particular location, but it is something that they are accustomed to and are aware of and they are prepared of dealing with. And thankfully, because of the readiness and preparedness of those particular bases, no American lives were killed with minimum to no injury, which is a huge plus for us. I think personally, it's not the tip of the iceberg; it's the tippy tip of the iceberg, because I think Iran's playing with us to see how will we react to that particular attack that happened yesterday.
It's a chess game. It's a chess game.
Yeah, and it sucks because in a way that we, the American people, are going to suffer the consequences for the bullshit of.
The scary part about that chess game, though, is that their government there cares less about the safety of their people.
Correct.
So they're willing to let every single one of them die for their cause.
And here's the crazy thing. It wasn't until keep in mind, this was an opportunist killing, or an opportunist assassination, however you want to put it. To give you an example, back in the late 90s, President Clinton had an opportunity to take down Osama bin Laden before the events of 9/11 even occurred. He chose, for whatever reason, not to take the shot, as they said. We had an opportunity to take out the military leader who is essentially the Princess Diana of the Arab world within the region of Iraq and throughout the rest of the Middle East, who is a known terrorist, and how we, the United States, have labeled him. We took out their Princess Diana. Of course, they're going to be pissed off at us. But ironically, the thing is that because the U.S. had all these strict government sanctions on the country of Iran, that their own people were starting to turn against that said government. And now, because of the recent killing of this general, we've now turned him into a martyr, where the people are now with the government temporarily until the people wake up and see that, okay, our government's still fucking us over.
So, riddle me this.
Are they really mourning, or are they being forced by the government to mourn?
It's a government-declared holiday for 3 days to mourn. And on the third day, they raised a flag, a religious flag of war.
Exactly. So that means their government forces them to take 3 days of mourning. It's that's what you just said, right?
Yes, exactly.
It's a rule that they have that it's a holiday when someone important in their ranks die.
Correct. And on top of that, all the government workers were expected to march as well, too. So that's why we don't have any accurate numbers of how many people were there during the funeral processions and so on and so forth.
However many people actually fucking wanted to be there, there's no way to count that.
Yeah.
You can't count the people who died during it, though. It's like 50 of them. 50 people died during that funeral.
What weren't they trampled?
It was
though?
stampeding.
Yeah, that happened. Yes.
What was the initial point of the strike in the first place, though?
The strike is that a couple days prior there was an attack on one of our U.S. embassies there. Keep in mind, it's like the largest embassy that the U.S. has in the world.
At the embassy.
Okay.
Annoying, little buzzing bees type shit. Then we got intel that some other attacks were being planned. And that's when we decided to take action.
Oh, to try to stop said attacks. But
Correct.
It doesn't look like it fucking...
So we took out their leader at the airport in his car by drone.
Mm-hmm. And
smoked him.
I mean, look, this shit happened. We could talk about what could have happened all day. It's more interesting to me about what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
From implication.
There's gonna be implication because they do not care.
And that's what I was trying to say. There's gonna be a power vacuum. Someone took his rank. We already know that.
Already.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
But it's not him. So they're going to choose a side from this point. And then, like I was saying, it's going to break into factions even more than it already is. Even though we funded some of them, which is really fun.
Thanks, Obama.
But what I'm trying to say is that if you have a nation that's so separated, they're never going to want to start a war that they can't win. You know, like
Right.
no one would
Right.
do that. So if you don't have a unified front to represent that one idea, you'll never have something that's going to be a full-scale war. And you know, the memes of World War III and shit, it's so hot, you know. It's just sad to fucking see
Yeah.
that shit. And that's how
Yeah.
I understand that's how people cope. I get it. Like, you don't understand the shit, you write a meme about it and it's funny.
Well, kind of low key. That's what a meme is, right? It's this really disgusting or
it's-
fucked up realization,
It's crude.
you know, of what's going
Yeah.
on, and everyone's just kind of like, "Hey, look at this fucking thing! Isn't it funny that it happened?" Because it's just better. It's easier to deal with than I don't know, the fucking 50-something school to get shot up.
Yeah, like classic bachelor frog. You know, like leave a shit stain on the toilet bowl, piss it off later.
Yeah.
That really spoke to me, you know what I mean?
It was-
Yeah, that's good.